Good morning.
Good morning to you. Good morning, Michelle. Good morning, Ms. Eva.
All right.
Morning. How are you? We on?
Yep.
Okay.
Good morning, Joanne.
Good morning.
Good morning, John.
Good morning, everybody. Did everyone have a wonderful weekend?
Yeah,
Yes.
we are grandparents, not great-grandparents.
Great parents. What?
Yes. Our granddaughter had her baby yesterday morning, early morning.
Wow. Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
Wow.
And yeah.
She had jaundice, so that kept her yesterday and today. Hopefully that they might go home today.
Cool.
Congrats
we'll
on
just,
another generation.
Wow.
right. Yeah, we'll just speak that into existence that the jaundice goes away and she's on her way home. That's great.
Yeah.
Great stuff. And
Good morning, Jason. Good morning, Claire.
yeah, good morning. And
Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
yeah, so we had Jacob and Candace got some new customers, or a new customer. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Joanne, did you hear any more back from Matt?
No, but his rash is getting better.
Do you know if he started trying it?
I do not know.
Okay. That's all right.
His attitude is getting better,
Good.
more positive. So that's all good.
That's all good. Yeah, I really think that I don't know. Hopefully it'll all work out for him. I think I sent him another message the other day too. But yeah. Anyway,
Joanne, what does your shirt say?
every morning you have two choices. Continue to sleep with your dreams or wake up and build them. Team Fusion. Yes.
That was one of the shirts when you go to Dallas and Heidi pulls out all these boxes of shirts.
Right. Yeah, I wish we had some of those because
I found it in the closet this weekend.
I found mine too.
That's my favorite.
Yeah, I got that one on today. I found that one this weekend, and then I was looking for it this morning. I couldn't find it again. I need to get my T-shirts organized, and I ordered some like inspirational T-shirts on through Amazon, but it's like, what do? Put Kayani on the sleeve or something? I was telling y'all last week, I want to try to brand myself in like Miles, where it's like, you see me and you think, and then two, being around family, when you're around family and they're naysayers anyway, maybe eventually they'll catch on that, well, maybe there's something to that. And I have to tell y'all this. I knew my daughter and son-in-law were going to be over last Thursday, right? And I had forgot about telling y'all this Friday, but anyway, I knew they were going to be over, and everybody has mail or some kind of little pile of something on their counter in their kitchen. And so, and I've been really good at not having any kind of pile in my kitchen, but it just so happened that last week, the pile that was growing in my kitchen was Kyani checks. And so I tore into all the envelopes and I organized everything, and I was ready to, sign them all, stick them in my purse, take them to the bank, do what I do. And I was like, no, wait a minute. I'm going to leave them laying out here. And I laid them out with like a $12 one on top. Okay. But there were like, I don't know, 5 or 6 or 7 checks there. I don't know. It was a pile, because, you get one every week. You get what the monthly one had come in, whatever. Well, I just laid that one on top. I didn't leave it, like in a neat stack. I just had it kind of tossed, but where you couldn't see the rest of the amounts. I went back over that evening and discovered that they had been moved where you could see all the amounts.
Awesome. That's awesome.
They took the bait.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I didn't say a word. I did tell her, I told my daughter that I took her off of the local feed and some of the other feeds because we needed space for people that were working the business. I said, if you want back in, let me know. But we need space for people that are working it right now. We've got a lot of things going on, and we don't want anyone to miss out. So, anyway.
Awesome.
Well, Eva, are you at your aquatics, or what do you call that? What is she doing? Water aerobics? Yesterday we had, a storm here that came through, and I don't know if you guys have ever been close to lightning before, but I never want to be as close as I was yesterday.
Oh.
We were sitting in the garage, and Rob, it was like getting frustrated with the fact that it's raining. It was supposed to be finished raining, and we were supposed to be in the pool. And so he's on his way back in the house to get his swimsuit on because he's like, and I'm like, I still hear thunder. I'm not getting it. I'm that person. I'm a freak about it. And so he starts walking back into the house. I'm sitting outside. He barely gets the door closed. And I hear static electricity, like crackling, like I've never heard before. And I start moving because I was sitting in a lawn chair right at the edge of the garage. And I started backing up and screaming at the same time. Ah! And then bang, lightning. And Rob came back outside. He said, yeah, we're not getting in the pool. Oh my God. It was so bad. I've never heard that before. The crackling first, like I guess it comes from the ground.
It does come from the ground up. Yes, it does come from the ground up.
And you heard the crackling like that. Like you could just tell it was static electricity. I just started moving. Like you couldn't get me to back up quick enough. It was crazy.
It was, and the clap of thunder was immediately after the
Yes.
lightning. And I told everybody, I said, it hit someplace right here. It was at your house.
Well, we were looking around because we've had it hit before. It hit in the neighbor's backyard a long time ago and blew out their generator, blew out their gate, blew out our gate. Several things, what do they call them? Fifth world problems, but it was still, it blew out the light pole, lots of things at that time. But this was, we still had power. Everything was still working. We were very fortunate, but it was too close.
Kathy said since you're so fearful, I won't say fearful, I'm not sure what the word, but anyway, since you're very alerted to the lightning, I use the Weather Channel app, and the Weather Channel app has a notification where lightning strikes. So every once in a while, my phone pops up and lets me know there's a lightning strike 3 miles away, 5 miles away, different areas. So
Oh, wow.
you can add that to your phone to let you know when the lightning strikes are nearby.
Okay. And that's the Weather Channel?
Yeah.
Weather Channel app?
Yes.
Cool.
Awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, because, it's not worth it. He's always wanting to get in the pool, and it's like, no, I hear thunder.
Change his mind.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, cool. I'm writing it down. Anything neat and exciting going on over the weekend? A lot of get-togethers with Father's Day and family and stuff like that. Any good conversations happen with anyone? No. No.
I received my package from Kyami Saturday.
Awesome.
Yeah, so I gotta get my stickers on my car and do my video and all that good stuff.
Wow.
So,
Congratulations.
thank you. Got my T-shirt and my jacket too.
That is
So
so
pretty excited.
cool. That is so cool. Yeah. My husband asked me about mine this weekend.
Oh,
He's like, when is that? Aren't you supposed to be getting some stickers in the mail or for your car? And he's thrown a few digs lately, so I need to get busy, right? He's like, it would look better with a sticker on it.
Yeah, he's wanting you to advertise.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and
which
he's
is why
never
we
been-
wear our shirts, Kathy.
That's why we wear
The
our
next
shirts.
step is the car.
Right, for sure. Yeah, and he's never been so on board for any product or anything before ever. I've had a few different network marketing businesses along the way, and like Mary Kay's eye cream, he liked it, but he likes this better. And but to ever have any of the supplements where he feels great and it makes a difference, he is loving this. So
You know how awesome that is. I mean, it's very powerful to have a supporting spouse. That's just awesome.
it really is. And I do, and I appreciate it and recognize it, because it could be totally different. So what do we have going on this week? This is not the last week of the month, but we're getting pretty doggone close, and we got to get busy if we want to get any kind of ranks going here.
Well, you and I have a meeting with Alma today at 1.
Correct.
And then I had Shandi reach out to me, and he wants me to chat with him. He's scheduled for tomorrow at 6. I don't know if our time 6, if you want to do that with me. If not, I can try to go solo, but I don't know if I can handle Shandi by myself.
And he reached out to you? I think that's fantastic. I think that's great.
Yes, he did. I'll send you the message he sent me. I'll share it with you.
Yeah. So that's good. And I think since he reached out to you, Claire, I think you should one-on-one it. And, you more than can handle it. You can handle Shandi. So.
I agree. You can do it, Claire.
Yeah.
I'll do it. I was just offering.
Yeah.
I have it scheduled,
Oh,
so
yeah.
I'm good. Also, Cece has reached out to me as well. So I'm trying to schedule something with her as well. So if you want to do that one as well, we can work together on that one.
Yeah, that's good. I think I've told you I've reached out to Cece a little bit too, but just those conversations and keeping them plugged in and stuff like that. Another thing I've done is reached out to some people that we've completely forgotten about that haven't done anything. And like Rob was sharing the nitric oxide video and stuff like that. Some of those I've just reached back out to and just to have a conversation with them first. And how are they doing? And keeping it off of me and off of, whenever anyone asks how I'm doing, and I don't, this is way back training. Great. I'm doing great. It's always going to be great. I don't care if, the side of the house just fell off. Great. I'm doing great. So that's going to always be my response. And then and people expect that, and then I'll turn it back on them too. So, and I might tell them a little bit about, but what's great? They might want to know so what's great? Well, I recently had the choice to retire from corporate America, and I did that. Had the opportunity, and not that Kyani replaced my income. I didn't say that. I had the choice. I had that time frame. I knew what was going on, and X, Y, and Z needed to happen, and those things happened. I made those happen.
Your part-time income has now become your full-time income.
Right. Yeah. And so, and I don't want to have to go back to corporate America. So you think I'm not going to make this work? Yeah, we're going to make this work. So anyway, so just kind of reaching back to some of those people, and example, I'll give you an example, was Charlie. And I asked him if he's still living over in the Galleria and how are they doing with all the craziness and stuff, and he came back with a whole paragraph of everything that's going on, and with his job and his kids and this and life, and overall he's doing well. So I said, I'm glad to hear that you're doing well, and I wished him a happy Father's Day and whatever. So that conversation's going to continue. And did I mention Kyani? No, I didn't. But I will. I'm going to go back. He's on my list to work. Basically, you want, I think it was Jake's book that I read that had, you've got your 10 people that you're working, those 10 people in your pipeline. And I know they've all talked about it on Power Hours and everything else, having those people in your pipeline, and to have an amount, and not to have like 100 in your pipeline, because then you go nuts and you don't know what the heck you're doing. But to have a focus group that you can, really focus on and try to build back up. So he's part of the 10. The people that have already been that are already in the organization that just aren't doing anything. He's one of those 10. Maureen's another one. Do y'all remember Maureen? Yeah. And Kinnick from this, she was always working the sign-in booths and stuff like that. She's high energy, great lady. She's on my list. Dean Bowie's on my list. I've reached back out to some of these people, and also customers that had fallen off. Anyways, so I've got my list of 10 like that I'm working, and then a list of 10 new people that I'm working. So Kathy Marks is a new person that I'm working on. I'm cheating. I'm looking at my little messenger. But anyways, so that has made it easier for me to control, and it's instead of just feeling scattered, because I get scattered a lot. And so I thought, okay, I can work with these 10 and these 10, do a week of working with those people. And then if one falls off and is a no, then scratch that person off and add somebody else that you're going to work with on that list. And I think that that's something, it may or may not work for you guys, depending on your personalities and how your systems that you have in place. But that's my new system, and that's what I'm going to do. And I think that is kind of what they've been training on, power hours and stuff, but definitely in that book that I read from Jake that I can't put my hands on right now. Anyway, if you want to know what the book is, I'll let you know. Anyone have any opinions or anything on that? Look, Candace is on. We missed you, Candace. Oh my gosh. We want to see a baby bump.
I'm driving, so.
Congratulations on your new customer.
Oh, thank you. That's Jake's aunt, but yeah. I had an opinion or a thought for you, because you're talking about like Maureen, Carly and them. Have you ever just asked them why they, or maybe like what did they like? Like why did they stop and why? Or
Right.
2 or 3 years, like what did you like about it and why did you stop?
Right.
I mean, I don't know if it's like an appropriate thing to just like if it's what's her name? I mean, you knew her pretty well. I mean,
Who, Maureen?
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, here's the book. Yeah, and exactly. And Maureen was a customer gathering machine.
I mean, there has to be a reason, like a deeper reason why. I mean,
Yeah, I know.
It's been 2 years or whatever. Like, really, what is it?
Right. With her, it was her kids. And they're old enough, grown kids, if you ask me, that don't require a lot of attention. But when they told her they needed her at home and they liked her at home, she stopped everything and she stayed home with them. And it was and she had one that was going through a difficult time, and needed more attention, but she really let that control her whole life. And she loved us. She loved Kayani. So I'm gonna have to get her to re-experience some of those emotions, maybe invite her to one of our Zooms or something. And because she loved the community and definitely loved the product. So I'm going to reach, I've already reached back out to her, but I'm going to reach back out to her more on, hey, we miss you. I know you miss us.
I have one suggestion, Kathy.
Yeah.
Because it's happened to several people in my line. I think you kind of need to find out whether she was put off by the demand of going to events.
Yeah.
And okay, because I know several people in my line that it happened to.
Yeah.
Even, but they're not going to come right out and say it because they don't want to.
Yeah.
But I think if you say that you kind of don't feel that urgency as others, because they still do kind of demand
Yeah.
and place the importance. Yes, it is great to be able to make an event, and I've always thought a couple of minutes on something of saying it is more than enough. I don't think you need 15 minutes to 30 minutes to keep saying the urgency of going to an event.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, you might just find out if that's it and get around that
Right. Yeah, because right now we're doing the Zoom. Everything's Zoom, and it's a lot of stuff's recorded. You can go back to it. You can do it at your convenience. It's a whole lot more flexibility than we ever had before. And so, yeah, that would definitely, somebody that is thinking that they need to spend every waking moment with their kids, it might be something that would help. So, yeah, so she's one for that. Charlie, in a similar situation, it was a lot his kids, and his kids are grown too. And he says he considers one of his children special needs. Well, the kid, I think he's just ADD, ADHD. I don't think it's a big deal. I mean, to me, that's not a big deal. My daughter is we've worked with it, and they go on to live a normal life, and especially if they're on taking our products. And I think that was one of the things with Charlie. He never really got his kids on the product, or got himself on the product even regularly to experience the benefits of it. So I think at the time, I think his kid was just young enough that the ex-wife had a lot more say in things. So anyway, so reaching back out to him and realizing the importance of taking the products, and Dean, Dean Bowie, he's always doing something behind the scenes. Next thing you know, he's got a new team member, and you're like, what the heck are you doing? So he takes the products. He doesn't know anything about them. He tells people about the products. He gets customers and business partners, and doesn't know what the hell he's doing. So, if I could reel him in, that would be all right too. So anyways, but I'm sure we all have people like that. And just think of them. Think back, take a minute and make a list and go back through and work those people as well. Like couple of weeks ago, we had Lisa Tang jump back on, through Jake, jumped back on. And then last week she jumped back off again. Well, there had to be a reason that she was wanting to be plugged back in. And so we need to reach back out to her and figure out, so tell me a little more about what's going on. Tell me more about what's going on in your life, and what, because you were right by jumping back in. We've got a lot going on, and this product is amazing, and especially right now for everyone that's dealing with all this mess. So, and the book that I was referring to earlier, that Jake told me about, is this one,
Mastering Your
Fear. Yeah.
And Kathy, I do wanna just give you kudos for making a list and sticking, working through that, and not just going at it blindly like so many of us tend to do. And that's, you keep refining that list and taking people off and adding people to it and whatnot, but it's the system. You develop the discipline of going through a list, a set amount of people and certain people for specific reasons, and taking notes and making sure that you're touching base with those people. And it's that system. As long as you keep going forward with that, that's what's going to produce results. The challenge for all of us is sticking with it for long enough that you actually reap the rewards.
Right. Well, okay. What is it that they say? If you keep doing the same thing, you're going to keep getting the same results. And so do something different, and do something proven. This is proven. It works. And, every time that it would be told to me, in trainings or whatever, when they're make a list of 100 and whatever, okay, that's overwhelming. It shuts me down. I've got a list of 100. I've got a list of more than 100. And it's like, yeah, and I look and they're all names on a piece of paper. I'm not working that list of 100. But if I have a list of 10, that I'm working those list of 10, and I've got, so it's really a list of 20, because it's 10 that are already existing, and then 10 that are new. And so if I'm working those, it's like I can focus on that. It reels me in because I'm a little scattered. It reels me in where I can really focus on that. And like you said, when one is, when one gets crossed off, add another one. Okay, I can do that. Where do I get those people? Well, I got a list of over 100 in a notebook that isn't getting looked at. So, just stick one of those people on there. And or somebody new that I talked to, a repairman that comes to the house or something. Add that person to your list. Knock off, somebody that's not doing anything. So yeah, thank you, Jake. And this was, it really was just kind of making the big picture smaller. It is what I needed to do, and I think that'll help me get some action going. So.
Definitely. Something else Candace and I have been talking about, especially since she's going to be off work for at least 6 weeks when she has our baby, is the idea of potentially hiring a coach. I had presented that idea to her, and she's going to make that decision ultimately. But I know for me, if I were at a point where I was not doing anything else and I was serious about taking this business to the top, that's probably the investment I would look at making. And maybe it doesn't have to be some outrageously expensive program or coaching that somebody gets themselves involved with, but it's probably worth looking into. I mean, there's several of us on this call that have been doing this for years, and we spiked once or twice here or there, and we're gradually building. But at the end of the day, you got to ask yourself, how fast do I want this thing to go? How serious am I really? And am I willing to let somebody else push me to perform? Because we are not pushing ourselves to perform. I know everybody's goals on this call for the vast majority. I know nobody's sitting there saying they want to be a lifetime Jade, right? Or
Right.
even a lifetime Sapphire. So, we at some point we have to spend some time reflecting and looking at what else is there out there. What other resources are out there that are proven to help? So I don't know. That's something that I would potentially consider, some sort of network marketing coaching. And I'd be curious to see, I'm not that far away from doing it myself, but I'd be curious to see, even if just one person got started with something like that, it'd be interesting to see what their results were like in 60, 90, 120 days and see what kind of that makes on their business.
I think it worked for, and not on a larger scale. If you look at that interview with the Thornhill, I mean, they had the best to mentor them, and they ranked up, and a lot of their people on their team ranked up with the colored diamonds.
Yeah.
It works.
It makes sense. If you
Yeah.
want to get in shape, you just kind of, you want to do it on your own, you want to hire a coach, hire a trainer.
Right.
True.
It works.
Exactly. So just like if you had a trainer, it makes a difference in whether or not you're going to grab a handful of chocolate covered almonds. And if you've got a coach, it makes a difference on if you're going to flip the TV on or be sitting in the hot tub. You might be making a few more calls, or, and not to say that you can't do those other things. But hey, if you're going to grab that handful of almonds, are you going to go jog 4 miles first? That's what it's going to take. Or if you're going to get in the hot tub, go ahead and make those 10 calls real quick first before you, get in the pool or whatever. So, yeah, I think the coach would be the added discipline and motivation that would push all of us over to the next level and then some and beyond. That's a good idea.
What was the guy's name, Jake, that was working with Bob Proctor?
Oh, David Conway?
Yes. whatever became of him. I mean, he was just like exorbitantly expensive for me, and I couldn't even fathom spending that much money at the time. So, finding somebody who's effective and affordable would be, I think, my issue right now.
Yeah, and I can tell you.
The other thing with him is that, he's more of a generic coach, which is great. I mean, I am very positive that if somebody spent the kind of money to get direct coaching from him, they would have fantastic results. The other thing too is that you might be able to find somebody that's more specific to the network marketing industry and get some good results from them. I don't know that it would cost as much for coaching. I mean, I've even seen you can do Eric Worre's programs for less than David Conway.
And another thing too, another option out there, and it wouldn't be specific network marketing. It can just be an overall general, is these mastermind groups. If you got involved with a mastermind group, and I know that they're not as expensive, it can be life-changing. I mean, I watched my son when he was involved in a group like that. And he went, I mean, it really was a great year, a successful year in several areas of his life. And then when he got off of the mastermind group, it took a downturn spiral, and not with his company or anything, but with his personal choices. And so you definitely need he's back where he's okay again, but also have to know your personality and know that, okay, I need something to plug into, and some sort of system, something to make sure that I'm going the right direction in all areas of my life. And I thought that the mastermind group was fantastic for him. In fact, when he got off of it, I was like, you need to find another one. But he didn't. He was able to, straighten things out on his own. But anyways, but that's just an example. And it's still kind of coaching, but it was a group where everybody kind of got together with their own things that they were doing, and you didn't want to come to the table with nothing, right? So,
yep. And Michelle, to answer your question, that group for myself was very powerful. It was designed, I think it was a 90-day program that I did with him, and it was similar to what Kathy was describing, almost more of a mastermind group where we were studying Think and Grow Rich. And I have no qualms about that. While I was doing it, my results were good, and I ended up making last year I made the most money in my life that I've ever made. So I have no complaints about that. And the same thing that Kathy was just describing, after that program ended, I started slacking off again. So while I was active in that, I saw the benefits.
Yeah.
Now the thing is that what I'm saying is that I saw benefits overall. I didn't really see momentous gains in network marketing because his training was not geared towards network marketing.
Right.
Now I could have put it towards that in the beginning. He even told me in my original assessment, we talked, and he said, you know what, you can keep doing real estate, but I can tell that's not your passion. That's not where you're going to find the most growth in your life. He said, you don't light up the same way. When you talk about Kiani, you light up. When you talk about real estate, you don't light up. So he gave me that insight. Now, had I taken that fully and burned all my bridges and said, okay, you know what? I'm just not going to do real estate throughout this entire program. I'm only going to focus on Kiani. My results would have been tremendously different with Kiani. But it was still very effective. Like I say, I made the most money last year that I've ever made in my life. And this year, putting those same habits into place, I'm not using the coaching program, but trying to keep those habits in place. I'm on track to do the same, if not better, this. So I'm very excited about that, but that's why I'm thinking more about network marketing coaching, because I think, okay, well, if I specifically get involved with that, the focus is going to be only on the network marketing business.
Yeah. Good. Good deal. Yeah, I like that. And you're right. And you can tell when you're talking to people, they can tell what you're excited about. Just like I've had this LHH course thing that it was offered to me by Toyota and Lexus when I left. And one of the first interviews that I had with a lady, she could tell that I was not interested in corporate America anymore, that I was more interested in this. And she could see the excitement and desire to make Kyani work. And so, people see, even when you're thinking, it's like, okay, no, I want to be this person. I want to, be able to put all this stuff together for that corporate opportunity, just to have it. And she turned it around on me and she said, well, why would you want it if you're not interested in it? Because I can tell you're not interested in that anymore. And I was like, it kind of blew me away that she could see clear through me like that. It's like, because I've been doing it for 35 years. That's why I would, thought I needed to put that together. And she was like, follow your dreams. It's, been 35 years, you might as well. So.
And it's obvious. I mean, the same thing happened to me when I was still in corporate. The very last few months that I stayed in that model, it was to everybody in my business, my coworkers and my clients included. It was obvious that I was still doing my job, but my mind was not there. It was not what my desire was. And there was something else that I was going to say. I don't remember. It'll come back to me.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Just having that, all the things that network marketing offers to us, the freedom and flexibility and meeting people and changing lives, it's exciting to me. I really enjoy that. And when you see that, somebody had, this pain or this whatever, or they couldn't sleep at night, and we're changing that, it's really exciting and really frustrating when you have people that won't listen to you about things that will help them. That's frustrating too, but but I don't give up on those people either. I'm still I've got one of those that's on my list that she was a customer before and she fell off my list, but you know what, she was one that I told her we ended our customer relationship with me telling her to put her big girl panties on and just take the product. And I didn't go over so well with her. She's my cousin, so I can say stuff like that.
How to win friends and influence people is a really good book.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe I need to read it before I reach back out to her again. But I've reached back out to her already. I know that her and her husband now are having some medical issues. And oh my gosh, just, close your nose and drink it if you have a problem with it. It's a 1 ounce pouch, please.
Water it down or mix it in with a smoothie or oatmeal or whatever.
Yeah.
I put it in juice, in the grape juice. You put it in grape juice and you can't even taste it. I did that with my grandkids before they started willingly taking it.
That's cool. That's cool. And
Here's the other thing. Go ahead, Kathy.
I told you that my granddaughter had a headache on Thursday and it was gone. Like within 10 minutes, it was gone after having the nitro and some water.
Awesome.
Yeah. And she didn't notice it. I mean, she's 10 years old. She didn't notice, but my daughter noticed. And my daughter, it was like, yeah, I saw how that worked. That's pretty awesome. So anyways, go ahead, Jake.
Yeah, I remember what I was going to say, just touching on coaching and cost and whatnot. We have a great free coach. His name is Miles Steller. If you reach out to Miles and you tell Miles, hey, Miles, I'm tired of mediocre results. I'm serious. I'm ready to run. Miles will work with you personally one-on-one. The reason most people don't do that is because if Miles is part of our organization, so people know that, well, if I don't really do anything, if I tell them that, I don't really go through with it, this is somebody I'm going to see at events, I'm going to see him on calls and stuff, and it's like that. People don't like to hold themselves accountable if they know that they're going to see that person, whereas a third-party individual coach, you know, it's not like you have to continue seeing them. The difference is they're going to cost money, right? But if you're serious and you want to, Miles will work directly with any one of us. He's looking for people to raise their hands and say, you know what, I'm ready to run. Let's do this thing.
Yeah. Yeah. And, you know, the other thing too, Miles would be the one that he can see your back office. He can see whether or not you really did anything. It's going to show there. You can't hide from it. So yes, that would be a very good one to lock arms with for sure. And, you know, and if you're not, and he's going to dump you in a hurry too, if you're not plugged into everything, because he can see whether or not you're plugged in. So, you know, and he's not going to put up with any crap. So yeah, if you want to really jump in and make it work, that would be the coach to plug into. If you have no fear. I'm a little afraid of that one. Yeah. Yeah, I think I have a feeling he would really push. I don't know. It would be good. It would be worth it.
You know, Kathy, it's the ones that you're afraid of that you need to go for. I mean, because I thought the same thing. I was all, hell no, I wouldn't go. But you know what? I bet you I would I would work my butt off too.
I bet you we'd all be Ruby by the end of the month.
Shoot. Yeah.
You know?
But, I mean, that's an idea. Thanks, Jake. I mean, I never even thought about it because all I could think of, and I know this is probably the right way to think about things because I'm working on this, is the dollar signs. You know, it's like, oh my God. I mean, how am I going to afford that? You know, if I have to get a coach. I mean, I'm going through a lot of changes right now, and that's going to be difficult. But you know, all I have to do is talk to Miles. Yeah, good idea. Thanks.
Right. Yeah, and Miles is open to that, and Miles would help any of us. So, you know, don't ever feel like you're insignificant when it comes to that. Anybody on this call, Miles wants us to reach out to him.
And that's so true, Kathy, because I have, you know, that one person I put on a three-way with them that totally was too busy for him. I couldn't believe it. But anyway, the personal trainer that I had connected with them.
Did he not ever? He didn't ever connect with him?
No, but Miles did his part, you know. Right. It was no. Yeah. That's okay. When I see him again, he'll hear from me. This guy.
Right. Wow.
Anyway, I got to get to work, guys. Y'all have a great day.
All right, you too. Anybody else have anything? Are y'all ready to get and make it a great Monday?
I'm gonna get my list together. Kathy inspired me, girl.
And have it right in front of you. That's what I've had to do. I just know what is working for me, and if it's in a notebook and it's laying on my desk in here, and I'm in the other room, that doesn't help me. But if it's in my notebook, and my notebook is with me, and I'm carrying it everywhere, and it's on my calendar, and you know, I've got another calendar in the kitchen that I just put. All I put is, you know, reminders to myself. What are you doing? What are you doing looking at this? What do you need to be doing? You know, just reminders. And then I go back and I'll look at my list, and then I'll send out a message, and I can do it. You know, I don't have to do them all at the same time. I don't have to spend a whole lot of time with it, but I can. You know, if I'm reaching for something in the pantry, instead of reaching for something in the pantry, I need to be reaching for my list. So whatever works for you.
Thank you. Y'all have a good day.
All right, you too.
Hey, Claire.
All right. I don't have anything else. Do you guys? Make it a great day, and I will see you all tomorrow.
Sounds good.
Bye.
Good
Good night, Tom Boy.